Hello everyone and welcome back to another episode of Total War Warhammer as we continue our conquest with Azhag. I hope you're all doing well. I know I am. We've got some interesting little things to chat about while we're sort of going through here. I don't know if I doubt all of you have heard. If you have not heard, which some people have been very excited about this, some, like myself, are trying to advise caution. There was a data miner had pretty good success in trying to divulge information from Total War Warhammer, and he supposedly has found strong evidence to suggest the DLC schedule for Total War Warhammer. And when I say the DLC schedule, I of course mean like what is supposed to be coming to the game, all sorts of things up that alley. And there's my yawn for the episode. Knowing my luck, probably not the only one. He found things such as, let's get some choppers. The biggest thing was that he found a suggestion stating that we were going to get Beastman and Wood Elf DLC. And my timer has stopped, so I hope the game is still recording, and if not, I'm going to be super sad because I'll have to do something about that. So, we got the following things. We're upgrading to a Goblin Tinkerer bench. Few goblins have a base understanding of concepts such as physics, much to the disgust of their fellow greenskins. The Boss Shack, which is a status symbol to show the boss's rising power and a place he can hang me boots. I guess that's the boss's shack. And then a fighting pit. This is where biggins are forged and many teeth lost to gambling. Because in case you don't know, teeth are a pretty important resource to greenskins. Don't ask me why. Alright, I actually kind of want to march for a Carrick Drawn, but I want to wait till Thorgrim leaves. I wonder if I can lure him out into the underway or something. Here, let's head out here and see if we can lure him over. Actually, I guess we can hang out in Iron Rock until we get... Yeah, let's hang a little closer to Iron Rock until it upgrades. That way I can make it defensible. Right now it's a little vulnerable to attack, which is not ideal. But in any event, back to the DLC. So I do want to urge caution because it was found on Reddit, and basically Grace CA, who hangs around the subreddit a lot, showed up. Goblin Watchtower. Goblins have keener sight than orcs, so the scrawny gits generally man the watchtowers. Yes, please. And a totem pole rises above the shacks and tents of the Greenskin settlement as a sign of its success. Oh god, I want to catch him so bad. Here, let's go underway stance and just sort of follow after him. We'll stay in range of Iron Rock in case we have to retreat, but I would like to catch Gorfang. Because our fightiness meter, which I'll show you in a second, is really high. Oh, we caught him! Let's see. Yeah, we'll fight it myself. Normally I auto-resolve when I want to try and auto-kill an army, but if you catch someone in the underway like we have just caught Gorfang, then you can just, you can fight the battle yourself, because if they lose, they automatically, everybody automatically dies. You automatically catch everyone in an underway fight, which I think is a really nice mechanic, and is a good way to punish the computer for teleporting around. But anyway, as I was saying, so I had a friend sort of read me out the DLC list of things that were found. Most of it, pretty much all of it, had to do with the Wood Elves and Beastmen, which I'm really excited for. Grace CA did come on the subreddit and say like, oh, good find, but blah blah blah, it's, you know, this is out of date DLC data. But the matter of the fact is, that means that that data was in fact in Total War Warhammer. And it may be old, but here's the thing. Even if it's that old, two things. A, CA is going to deny the data mine data and say that it's false, even if it's true. Because they don't want us to know their DLC schedule. that's disadvantageous to them, because obviously if they change the schedule for something maybe more relevant or because they want to go a different direction, then the fan base might get mad about something that was never promised. So, like, that's why I'm saying take this with a moderate grain of salt. But at the same time, I think it's fair to be excited, because I highly doubt that they're going to go, okay, Beastmen and Wood Elves are our first DLC for... I think it was Beastmen, then Wood Elves. Our first DLC for Total War Warhammer. I don't think... I bet a lot of money that both of them are going to be in the game. They might have changed the order, and they might have changed how exactly they're going to show up. But that's enough of an indication that they're probably going to both be in the game. There was also, and for both of them, and the second thing I was going to say is that obviously this is old information, so there's no for sure about how much of it is true. That being said, take the order at which it all shows up with a grain of salt, but I would also say don't believe CA when they deny everything about it, because they're going to lie out of their ass anyway. It's in their best interest too. I'm not like trying to knock them for it. If I were in their position, I'd lie about it too, because that's what they need to do. Because you don't want the fans getting upset about something that you haven't promised them. So obviously, if for some reason they decide to release Skaven earlier, or Wood Elves first, or whatever, you know, nobody should ever. None of us have any right to get upset about that. In any event. So, what did they find? So, as I'm going to kick Gorfang's ass here, thoroughly enjoy it, I might add. So, the first thing that was found was a faction list for Wood Elves and Beastmen. A friend of mine basically read out the names of numerous, basically beast herds, a lot of which I recognized, as well as Wood Elf kingdoms, most of which were in the game, which if you didn't know, the Wood Elves are split up into kin bands, which kind of make up their various kingdoms, quote unquote. Wait, who did I have you to attack? Okay. Y'all two need to attack. Down. 2-3 on the Orc boys. I'll send the boss after the wolf chariots. Alright, so we can just enjoy some good old greenskin on greenskin action in the Underway. Which, isn't this map cool? I absolutely love the Underway maps. I honestly think they're the best maps in the game. All those spider webs. Look forward to when we can get ourselves in a Ragnarok. Alright, here comes Gorfang. Who is one of my most hated characters in Warhammer Fantasy. What he did to the dwarves was just disgusting. It was just super douchey, especially since he ran away like a coward and took hostages, and all very un-orky behavior in my opinion. He was too clever of an orc. I prefer people like Azhag and Grimcore who just smash things aside. Like, Azhag's cleverness isn't really even his own cleverness, it's just from... Is he dead? Yeah, he's dead. Azhag's cleverness has more to do with Crown Sorcery than it does with Azhag himself. That being said, Azhag is actually one of the most willful greenskins to ever live. But he is certainly not exactly the smartest. Alright. Goblins, stay after those two groups. The boss is messing up these chariots. He's really not gonna harm them, he's just gonna sort of chase them off, I guess. But, yeah, so he read out all the factions. The most notable was Khazrak the One-Eye had his tribe in, which almost certainly means that he would be is planned as a legendary lord. Dorthu had a faction, which I found really weird. I don't know if that means that Dorthu is supposed to be playable, or if he's going to be a notable NPC, like Gorfang is, or, I'm trying to think of other good examples, but there really aren't any. Let's slaughter them. I don't really need to eat them. The Crooked Moon have a WAAAGH going. The Obsidian Trinket. The barest essence of a Jinn captured within black obsidian is enough to weaken enemy spells. Oh, I have a WAAAGH. Oh, sweet. Meet Sneak Ironjaw, our WAAAGH army. So if you haven't played this game yet, or you haven't played Greenskins, if you win enough fights consistently as a Greenskin, I'll take the Assassin, thank you very much. you can get a WAAAGH going. We're actually going to take him out of the army for now.
This way.
Because I think he's going to be more useful to us assassinating characters than running around inside our army. So what we can do with our WAAAGH army is I can actually march towards locations and tell my WAAAGH army to come with me. And they will follow me there and help me kill people. We need some more goblins, I guess. So, set WAAAGH target, we're going to march on Carrick Draw. Since I can. And he will follow us up there. Looks like he's getting there a little faster than us. So we might tell him to slow down a bit, because we want to beat him there. Let's see. Under the Dark Wind's glare, your warriors range deep into hostile lands, but all is not well. There are dark omens abroad as the shadow of some horned god was watching from the evil moon above. The army is fettered by Morselip's glare. So if you don't know, this is one of the many Skaven events in the game, which definitely hints very, very heavily towards Skaven being playable in Game 1. They take up the most events of any of the other factions. I've also seen, I believe there's one Beastman event I've heard of. I have gotten a Dark Elf event personally, though I know it's very rare. If you own enough ports, you can get a Corsair event, which has to do with Dark Elves. But it's the only way you can get it. I will improve the omens, I guess. Yeah, we're pretty good to go. Let's see. Is it faster to march or underway? Let's march. Normally I'd underway, but if he catches us underground, he might be able to beat us, which would not be good. Alright, and then... Oh yeah, we have this now. So we're going to get beta arrowheads. Copying the designs from the Stinky Elves, Gobos noticed that slimmer, sharper arrowheads could punch through enemy armor more easily. I'm stumbling over my words like nobody's business. Alright, wonder if... Can we assassinate Thorgrim? No, but we can't block him. So we are going to go ahead and block him. That way, if he decides to try and leave, we have a better chance of catching him on his way out. Skilled Assassin is Cold Hard Killer and Merciless Murderer. Alright, so looks like... Wait. Okay, yeah. So our WAAAGH army... Where is our WAAAGH army? Oh, they're there. Wait, where are they? Oh, okay, there. So... Death Pass is about to revolt. It's not a big deal, though. We can deal with that. So if I attack Carrick Drawn... Yep, my WAAAGH army is coming with me. Now, normally, I would auto-resolve this, because it's not going to be the easiest thing. But I've got a freaking WAAAGH, and they're all Silver Chevron or higher. So I'm going to fight it, because I have never gotten to use a WAAAGH before. Look how our fightiness is so good. Yeah, I think you have to have at least 80. Yeah, 80 fightiness. The only downside, quote-unquote, of the WAAGHs is that you have to stay active. Like, you have to continually keep attacking people. Which can be kind of expensive, I guess, in that you need to kind of upkeep your army. You can afford a raiding stance for a bit to keep your fightiness up, but it's generally better to just keep attacking. Keep the pressure on your enemies. So he's going to come in... Oh, wait. Do I have control of his army? Oh my god, I do. Holy crap. Alright, so... Rather than showing up like an ally like I thought he would, it turns out the Azhag is completely under my control, which is insane. Okay. I don't mind. This map is like super dark. I hate maps like this. You can't see anything. Alright, so I'll stretch my lads out to back up his lads. Obviously, I would prefer he take the losses than me. Because if he takes the losses, it doesn't come out. It doesn't. I don't have to pay for it. Alright, so we're just going to back up his guys with my guys. We'll combine all the archers into one group. Oops. No. And then goblin archers. Tons of them. Can go back over here. I kind of wish the computer was controlling him, just because this is a bit much. We will deploy the Wolf Riders all together. They have the Vanguard rules, so they're able to deploy... I was able to do this with my Spider Riders, who died ingloriously quite a while back. But it lets them deploy kind of somewhere else. which we can use them to silence the enemy missile launchers, the grudglers. Yeah, what war boss is this? Sneak Ironjaws who joined up with us. Alright, let's go kill some... Alright, so we're just basically gonna run at him. As fast as we can. Because of course the goal is to mess up Ungrim. And teach him what for messing with us. Alright, and we definitely want to attack the Quarrelers with our archers. Okay, I think he's shooting the Wolf Riders, which is kind of goofy, because Wolf Riders are not very good targets for Grudge. But again, this is only hard difficulty, not very hard. Despite the fact that I'm kind of terrible at it, because I'm still learning how greenskins work. But Wolf Riders do have really shitty morale, so... Alright, so we're gonna tell my guys to run this way, and... Oops, it's... What is it? Is it control? Shift? No, there we go. So we want to tell him to come around like that. His army should react to us. I don't want to charge this unit, because I have a feeling that he's got hidden units. But we're gonna go around behind him. Alright, come on guys. That way my orcs have more time to close the gap. Alright. Everyone pick a unit and go kick ass and take names. And if we attract some of the shooting with our Wolf Riders, that is okay. And then 2, I want you all to focus in. Goblins, I want all of you to take that flank together. And Arrow Boys, I actually want you guys to focus down the Dwarf Hammers. Let's see, one of these units I sent after a hammer, and they lost their target. There we go. And then the Goblin Arrow Boys, we're gonna have just melt units. Alright, Wolf Riders. Kill the Grudge Throwers. Wolf Rider Archers. Melt the Dwarf Warriors that are protecting Grudge Throwers. Alright, and then Azhag. We're gonna focus into the miners where he's safe. We're gonna throw on more miners. Alright, and now we just wash over them like a tide. Alright, arrows are starting to come in. Goblins shouldn't have too bad blocked line of sight. It's a very consistent stream. It's not as many arrows as I feel like there should be. Alright, so our orcs have come in. And both of the Grudge Throwers are offline, though we're probably gonna break off this one. Alright, now the goblins are starting to actually pump out some arrows. Though I feel like they are really not doing that much damage. Who are you shooting at? You're shooting at these guys, right? No? Oh, I think they were shooting at these guys. Okay. There we go. Now we're doing damage. Alright, so we broke here, but we took these offline, so it's not really a huge deal. Why don't you go attack those guys? Azhag's still doing well. Let's throw Unbreakable on these orcs, because they're kind of having to hold on their own. Arrow Boys are still shredding hammers.
Stabbers ready. Gotta kill him.
Okay, those good goblins broke for like no reason, but whatever. I feel like Thorgrim's beam of light is much more grand than my guys. Wolf Rider. Okay, Wolf Riders, I want y'all to come in and rear charge some of these groups holding us off. Because I think that would go a long way to break their morale. Yeah, like, this map is supposed to be fun in Ash Cloud, so I understand why it's dark as shit, but my god. Goblins, y'all want to pull back a bit? Alright, so those hammers are almost dead. But our guys are having a hard time seeing them, apparently. Here, let's pull these goblins off of them. So that my orcs can have more of a clear line of fire. Let's see. What are y'all shooting at? Shoot those miners. Let's get them off Azhag. There it goes. Alright. You guys are freed up. Go help these guys break those miners. Alright. Wolf Riders. Reform. Or I'll go ahead and shoot these guys. Alright, hammers still haven't broken yet. Wolf Riders. Let's go back in. These warriors. So these guys around. Wow, these hammers are just not giving up. They're down to 8 guys. Just refuse to break. Yeah, we're shooting them with these guys. Pull these guys back. Azhag still messing people up. You're free. Go attack Thorgrim. Alright, we broke these guys. Pull these orcs back in. Get back into the fray. Air boys. Can y'all focus Thorgrim? Can we see him? I think we can. Wolf Riders. Keeping the air units focused on these guys. Try and keep them out of our hair. Yeah, they can see Thorgrim plenty fine. Once I get rid of these dwarf warriors, I think we'll focus the goblins on him. Get him out of our hair. Alright, let's focus down Thorgrim. If we can get him to break, their army will collapse, pretty sure. Dedicate a few goblin units to chasing down some stuff. Now we're having some mass breaking, which sucks, but it's alright. Let's see. You guys. Nope. There it goes. Oh, I've got to get in range. Come on, Azhag. Let's go, boys. So he's fighting Thorgrim. One-on-one. Azhag, get over here. Alright. Pull him away so that I can shoot that guy without... I can shoot Thorgrim without having to hurt myself. Never mind. And I'm shooting everything I got at him, and it's just having... Why are my goblins not... Shoot, what are you doing? Come on, Thorgrim, die. Let's see, let's make these orcs unbreakable so they stand with me. Come on, finish them off. Warriors in. Man, he is a tough nut to crack, I'll give him that much. Alright, so that unit's gonna break now. gonna be pissed if he makes it to Azhag. Okay, I don't think he's going to. Yep, just tie him up. $600. Oh, 1 second. Sorry about that. Just had to check something real quick. Alright, so Thorgrim's out of our hair, which means all these guys should start breaking. Gobos, stick on them. Come on. This health's trickling away. 139. Alright, goblins. Let's just focus you guys on clearing out the rest of those dwarves. Alright, these spoilers gotta die. 89. 86. And he's rallied. And Azhag is in great health. I lost all my wolf riders, so I can't take any more spoilers offline, which there are a bunch of. It looks like he's trying to come in on Azhag, which is fine, because Azhag can beat him. Come on, Azhag. Take down the Dwarf King. Alright, down goes Thorgrim, which insta-breaks the dwarves. Pretty much. Yeah. Sweet goodness! I certainly would have taken less casualties auto-resolving that, but I need to practice my greenskins. Total War achievement. Yeah, I lost way too many guys. Oh my god. Alright. I mean, those hammers were just did not go down. They took out 307 of my guys with them. That's insane. But that's okay, because we've got the dwarves kicked out of here. And I'm not sure why my fightiness meter is going down. Oh, due to casualties. Okay. Still positive, though, and we will occupy. Herrick Drawn is mine. Which gives us control of Death Pass, which is fantastic. So now... extortion... Growth and obedience? Yeah, please. Alright, so Azhag leveled up, so he's level 8, so he now has access to the Crown of Sorcery, which is fantastic. I could get Foe Seeker. I don't think I want Foe Seeker yet. I honestly think I want more damage with Choppas. Because right now, yeah. Alright, and I think for the WAAAGH target, I don't really see anything I want them to target right now. I mean, I think we're going to raid some dwarf territory for a bit, but not before we upgrade Iron Rock, and let's demolish this building because I already have it. Alright, so that new building finished, which means we can recruit biggins and stuff like that. Definitely going to combine a lot of these units. Oh, dang it, I did the combine wrong. Oh well. If you combine them, like, there's something to do with, like, it combines the unit that has the most health. So if you combine with a unit that has, like, a lower tier than you do, it can cause problems. So, like, both of these guys are lower, so, but if I do that, and then if I do that, yeah, see, I kept the higher tier that time. It's kind of weird that it does that. You figure it would just always prioritize the higher tier. 25 to 19. So it's going to be better to combine a good portion of these. 44 to 36. Alright. I'm not going to combine all of them, but I'm going to combine quite a few of them. 22 to 58. Okay, so I can get rock lavas now, which I desperately need, because I'm used to playing defensive. Alright, so they've risen up against us, which is kind of annoying, but it's whatever. Once Azhag was a chieftain of a little-known tribe subsisting in high troll country. The greenskin tribes in the far north are bitter rivals, fighting Choppa and Claw over the few spoils in the hostile barren lands that the hostile barren lands provide. Since then, Azhag has come south to the Badlands, but now events seem to be drawing him back to his old stamping ground once more. Azhag has received a tip from an unlikely source, a captured gobbo from a rival tribe, desperate not to be eaten. The sniveling little git claims he knows of an abandoned tomb city, once the seat of a great king who worshipped dark powers. Within this necropolis are said to be great treasures. Azhag cuffs one of his own goblin bosses around the ear and hoofs him out of the camp, telling him not to come back until he's found the mythical place. So, we take our goblin boss here, and we send him all the way up to the Gormandy Mountains, which are way the hell up here. Let's see, it should be about there. And basically we sent him on a crazy long trip to go figure stuff out. Alright, it's a shame that we lost our WAAAGH, but what you gonna do? Alright, I need money, so we're gonna build a pile of shiny stuff in Carrick-Drawn. And then I'm gonna hoof it over here so I can return to WAAAGH immediately and deal with this rebellion. But anyway, I got totally distracted by that fight. God, I don't really need obedience since I'm already being rebelled against. I don't really know what obedience would offer me at this point. Return to WAAAGH. Probably should buy some. Oh my god, I can get biggins. Thank Orc and Mork. But as I was saying, what was I saying? Gosh almighty. I have the goofiest memory sometimes. Alright, so he's almost got a 20 stack, so he's about to attack us. Because what the computer does is he basically sits around and recruits from some god tier pool he has. That lets him build up the necessary force to lay siege to you. See, I think I want to save up some money for next turn so I can get the level 2 fortification. Oof, not going to be able to afford that quite yet. But yeah, we definitely want to save up for that because that'll make Iron Rock quite the fortress. Oh, I remember what I was saying. So, of the factions that are in the game, I think it was all of the kin bands. I need to double check exactly how many there were, but I do remember that there were quite a few of them. Yeah, they're besieging us now. So there was that. The Beastmen had quite a few tribes, if I recall correctly. Like, it was definitely no small amount. Let's see here. Ooh, we can get iron. Which makes Biggins and Black Orcs crap ton cheaper and also makes them start off bigger. I like that, but I feel like we need money. Like, we might be able to deconstruct some stuff and reconstruct for that. But right now I feel like we're in such desperate need of money that we're better off building another pile of shiny stuff. Alright. So, who's this? Scraga Muckraka has come to start a fuss with us, but I've got the garrison of Blackcrag on the side. I don't really want to risk Blackcrag, so we're just going to go ahead and just do that. And then I can... he's a rebel, so I'd rather ransom him. Alright. Hopefully... you know what, I probably should... Oh! I captured a Doom Diver, because I don't know why I captured a Doom Diver, but I did. More Choppas. Alright, so after him. Hey, I'll take a free Doom Diver. That, and we will eat them. And down he goes. That happens sometimes. If you, like, beat an army of the same type as you, you can, like, capture a unit. It's weird. I will keep the Doom Diver, and I will get rid of a Rock Lava. Awesome. And then we can get a boss pole. Material reminder of how powerful a war boss has become. But, yeah, so there are a bunch of Beastman tribes, including Kazrak's tribe, I think there were quite a few others that were like, not Easter eggs, but hints at famous tribes. None of them really stuck out to me too crazy as far as like, oh, this tribe definitely belongs to so-and-so. There were some that were notable, like the Redhorn tribe, which is a tribe, or excuse me, herd. They're calling them herds. The Redhorn herd is from the story in the 8th edition Big Red book, if I recall correctly. But lots of really cool stuff like that. I'm definitely super excited to see what all they're going to do in regards to how that they want to make that work. I really hope it comes sooner rather than later. Because right now the game's pretty solid, but there are times, like especially... There are times where things can grow a little bit... Ah, damn it. I knew he was coming from Carrick Drawn. I didn't think he had moved yet. Well, there goes Carrick Drawn. I just wasted some money. Damn it, Thorgrim. Butt munch. Greenskins are such a pain because if you're not running a WAAAGH army, you're kind of at a disadvantage. Let's see, is it faster to do this? No, it's faster to march. Alright, let's march me back towards Iron Rock. Give me a bigger pile of shiny stuff. Good news is, though, he can't make it to Iron Rock in one turn. So Iron Rock's going to have that super garrison before he makes it to us, which is fine. But yeah, so really exciting stuff on that front. Give me just a second. There we go. Sorry, I had to mess with something. But, so that was in there. There was also really strong rumors about other factions coming to the game, and I just ran over my headset cord, which is awesome. Except not. I have a really nice set of headphones, but they're also a little crazy long. Better arrowheads. Oh! That reminds me, I wanted to talk briefly about greenskin engineering. Sharper... Yeah, let's go ahead and get better stickers. So, greenskin engineering is actually kind of a funny thing that people tend to wonder about. And that it's like, how does a race that's as stupid, typically, as orcs and goblins engineer anything? Like, how can they possibly manage? The answer is kind of funny in that... So if you don't know, greenskins are like a fungoid race, right? So they don't follow the usual... poison's really nice. They don't follow the usual caveats of having to learn as much, because they have a lot of information passed down genetically. Like when greenskins learn stories of each other, the way their history is passed on, history quote unquote, is that shamans can tap into what they call the Great Green, which is kind of like their afterlife / collective consciousness, on a really like when I say collective consciousness, I don't mean in any way, shape, or form like Tyranids. Like, they can't tap into it or anything like that. But it is something that exists. And for the greenskins, it's this nebulous zone where all of their memories are collected, which is believed how they remember certain fears, like why orcs tend to be oh, what do you guys want? They are willing to become my vassal? Alright. I'll allow it. I will... Oh, god darn it. We have a flooded Black Crag. Ugh. Great. Awesome. The Bloody Spears have been destroyed. Oslin's been destroyed. Okay, so the orcs... Or not the orcs. The dwarves have eliminated the Bloody Spears. So that means we're probably about to start a big old fight with them. Which is fine. I mean, I've got 20 stack now, and it's of more elite units. Hopefully they're better than my typical guys have been. We've got enough money, we're probably going to hire a second army very soon. And we have a vassal, which is awesome, because that means we can coordinate our attacks against people like the Dwarves of Karak Azul, or the Red Fangs even. Let's see, if he asks to become my vassal, though, he must be in trouble. Okay, so clearly he's got a... What is this, a rebellion? Oh, Orcs of the Bloody Hand. I don't know if those are enemies or not. Oh yeah, they are, because they own Ekrin, and that seems to be the only thing they own. So I can coordinate targets with him now, which is awesome. Let's see, Top Knots are Savage Orc Tribe. There they are. So I can like coordinate war targets. So he's not at war with the Bloody Hands. He is at war with the Red Fangs, but he's not at war with Carcassol either. That's all fine. I'm gonna send him. I really want to mess with the. I'm gonna send him after Thorgrim. If Thorgrim retreats, he'll know that. But that's what we'll do for now. We could take WAAAGH Dawa's bag, but I don't want to do that quite yet because the dwarves are going to take advantage of my absence. God, he's already got the Axe of Grimnir. Screw you. Alright, he's almost to the Gormundi Mountains, which is nice. He should be there next turn. It's right up here past Volksgrad. My goodness, there's so much to talk about, I keep forgetting what I'm talking about. They want a non-aggression pact? That's fine, I'm not going over there anytime soon. There we go. We made it. Do I have to deploy here? Crown Sorcery. Yep. Alright, so deploy. So next turn, that'll tick. And we can... Because once I have the Crown of Sorcery, life will be a billion times easier. Because right now, Azhag is basically just a shittier war boss. Like, he's just not as good. I kind of want to try and lure the dwarves out. Because I think... I mean, with the Doom Diver, we have a strong advantage. Get King Stunty. I need to read that of it. That's a unique event just to kill Thorgrim. Okay, so we did that. So, despite low expectations, the Goblin Scout has found a possible location for this lost city that Azhag's increasingly loony shaman insists on calling Todtheim. The shaman rants on about how some Umi necromancer has some connection with the place, and whose iron crown is rumored to be there. The crown is said to allow its wearer to wield sorcerous powers. He also mutters something about the crown's ability to possess its wearer, but Azhag isn't paying attention anymore. The scout has found an horrible place that stinks of the ruinous powers. However, to loot it will be no easy feat, as circling above the ruins are flying creatures, flocks of fellbats, and other more monstrous things. To be able to fully explore the dead city, Azhag's mob will need to control the skies as well as the land. Have 4 units of missile infantry, which we have way more than that, in my army. So, yeah, that'll tick next turn, I guess. Sometimes you'll get a quest and you'll like have already accomplished the task and weird stuff will happen. You know what? I'd actually rather you defend yourself. Top Knots. Where are you guys? There you are. Why don't you deal with this smaller army of stunties? Alright, so I think I'm actually going to go raid the lands of Carrick Drawn and see if I can lure Thorgrim out. Because if we could beat that army and reclaim Carrick Drawn, that'd be pretty awesome.
I'll hear what you say.
What do they want? They want a gift. No, screw you, Carcassol. Get out of here. Alright, so we got that done. So now we have this. With plenty of shooters in his mob, Azhag feels ready to launch his raid on the Tomb City. His mobs must cull the flying undead and chaos denizens, and then hunt through the tombs and monsters' lairs within the catacombs below. The Chaos Wastes are a weird and dangerous place, though, so he sends a scout ahead to mark the way. Move any character to the following reason. Bearsingling's Camp, which we are pretty much already there. No, this map is... Problem is, this mini-map's a little zoomed in for my taste. Oops, I accidentally got rid of the world map. Come back. Why do I bother? Oh, okay, so we're already here. So I'm just going to move us out and then move us back in. There we go. Alright, the crown awaits, and already Azhag can hear a faint whispering voice of an ancient evil drawing him onwards. Win the following battle with Azhag the Slaughterer's Armory, the Crown of Sorcery. Alright, so now we tell our goblin boss to... see, now the map's properly where it should be. We tell our goblin boss to come home, first and foremost. Then we're going to retreat Azhag to just outside Iron Rock, because we're going to go fight. So what is this? The dwarf boss, King of the Stunties, is close. Go and find his mates, kill them, and take the dwarf's crown. That will be something to write in their precious book, alright. But first, we're going to get this. So if you don't know this, when you get a quest like this, see enemy forces. Oh, great, a Chaos Army. Wait, is that? That's really the image for Chaos Lord? I've never actually seen that particular image for them. Normally they don't have like a concept art image, because that's actually oh god, what's his name? That is a specific Chaos Lord who sacked Prague? Or was involved in the sacking of Prague. I don't remember his name off the top of my head. But for 5,000 gold, you can teleport. So I'm going to teleport to this fight. I don't know if I can win it. I think I can win it. Heinrich the Necromancer, Hermann Richterlos, Milan Van Hal, and Ikugax Voidspawn. This will not be easy. There are a lot of monsters, and I do not have very good anti-monster. Because goblins don't have anti-large. I guess we'll fight it. I mean, the only good thing is that Ikugax is a sorcerer, not a Chaos Lord. This city is evil, even for an orc of Azhag's temperament. Yet the loot in the city is worth the risk, even if that risk is facing against chaos and the undead. The chaos forces will be attacking from within the ruins. Gork knows where the undead will be striking from. Watch the skies, for they will be full of vile things. That is a lot of undead. God, Jesus. Okay. Well, we've got a lot of archers, so we should be able to fight off most of the flying units. Oh, speech time.
Alright lads, here's the plan. We're going into this lost city, but before we can rummage, we're going to clear out all them undead things. Give them a good kicking. Once we've killed everything, no one's to go looting until I say so. This is my plan, so I get the top picks. I'm in charge now, and I need a shiny boss axe. Anyone who disobeys will get a boot up their backside. Remember, this is a cursed place. The shamans don't like it, so no messing with stuff you don't understand. If you summon something from the void, you'll have to deal with it yourself.
Reasonable, boss. I think that's totally reasonable. You summon something from the void, you get to put it back. I'm still on ultra size. That's probably why the dwarves are so damn hard. The dwarves are like crazy. I need to turn that off when I remember. Alright, so Chaos Warhounds are pretty nasty. That being said, we should be able to handle them with no problem. I actually really like Night Goblins in this game because they have stealth and they're good at deploying. They have stalk. Okay, so they can hide anywhere, which is really cool. Really makes me look forward to hopefully Skarsnik one day being added to the game. Alright, so we definitely want our biggins to make the main of our front, with our regular orc boys taking on the flanks. Okay. And then these guys are not deployed as far off as they should be. They're the biggins, so we want to be more like there. And then we want our goblin spears. They're expendable, and we're going to treat them as such. Yeah, so we're going to let them take the brunt of the charge of what's coming. And then we will chop up what's left of the big old nasty things. Orc error boys we will put behind here. Actually, it's probably better to put them on a flank. Yeah, let's put them on a flank, because they can actually hold their own in a fight. I'll put the Night Goblins over here. Our regular Goblins, we will put them behind. And then Azhag will chill out sort of back here. Alright, so they don't start. Them armored mugs is in the way of our loot. They got a lot of monsters. But I can do damage to monsters with stuff like Doom Divers. So we're going to go ahead and open fire. Fire on different units. Yee, Doom Divers! pretty direct shot. What in the world? Okay, so flying things. Guys. Oh, that's a Vargulf. So, okay, so Orc Arrow boys, shoot the archers. Boys, help out against that Vargulf. Oh gosh, this is gonna get super messy, I can already tell. Oh gosh. Let's see. Is it 3? Yeah, you guys deal with the Warhounds. Alright. Goblins, keep shooting down the bats. I want all the boys on this flank on that Vargulf. Goblins, go draw attention to yourself. The only good news about Vargulfs is that they have terrible leadership. Alright, someone's casting death magic on me, which is not very nice. Orc Arrow boys, come over here. Everybody and their mother is trying to Steam message me right now. Okay, so archers shoot the Vargulf. Because if we can collapse his leadership, he will just decay. Alright, so we're gonna go in with the boys and with Azhag. This is a clusterfuck. Wow, I did not think they were all just gonna be vomiting out like crazy the entire wait, Karen raids? There was no mention of Karen raids. At least not that I noticed. Gosh. Alright, so the Vargulf's just about dead, which is great. And there are now Vargeists. Awesome. Open fire on the other things. And someone is casting copious amounts of death magic on me, which I really don't appreciate. Focus the archers where we can. Orc boys, just chase them off the map. Yeah, good job. Oh my god. Okay. Okay, so the Vargulf's dead. That's awesome. Orcs. Hold the line. Control the retreat. Oh, okay. Ow. Make them unbreakable. Oh god. All archers into the... No, I want... Where are they? Nope. Oh gods. Oh gods. Shoot the Vargeist. How does Chaos Warhounds get around? Shit. Well, this is going peachily. Alright, so you guys keep shooting the Vargeists. Gotta bring those down. Vargeists are a huge problem unit. My Orc boy biggins are being cowardly butts. Oh god, Karen raids. Oh god, trolls. And we are... This is not going well. Azhag's not doing particularly great. God, him not being Grimgore really bites sometimes. Okay, so we killed a unit of... Oh god. This is not going well. There's death magic everywhere. I was not expecting to deal with. Oh my god. Oh man. Okay. Withdraw. Just wait, I can't withdraw, can I? Nope. Oh, this is an underway battle. Shit. Man, I was not expecting this much of a problem. And my arm is gone. Well, I didn't realize Chaos and the Undead were going to be buddies. Ugh. Yeah, decisive defeat indeed. Well, I think we might need to reload that file. Sweet Jesus, I'm going to need a way better army for that fight. I'm going to need a way better army. Well, I know where the enemy's coming from this time, so I can set up better for that. Yeah. Yeah, no. Let's just retcon that, shall we? Oh my god. Well, okay, well that was my first time seeing that fight, and man, oh man, it is... oh my god. Yeah, I'm definitely turning off ultra sizes before next episode. It was fun to play with, but I think greenskins do not seem to be doing well with it. No, we will decline. Thank you very much. I will come back later when I actually have an army that can win. Sweet Jesus. I was not expecting it to be that bad. Let's go ahead and hire a new general. And you gotta have your rock lobbers. And you gotta have some biggins. And we need some gobos. Oh my god. You know, it wasn't so bad until the VAR guy showed up. Raid Carrick drawn. Okay, I have no problem doing that. I was not expecting it to be nearly that bad. Clearly I underestimated what the game had in mind. I'll take some regular archers, because they're cheap. And we'll raid Carrick drawn next turn. He's heading home. Oh my god. You know, that was one of those moments where it was like, okay, we're fine, okay, we're gonna all resolve this. Yeah. And then we will eat them. And of course the camera leaves, so I don't get to see what really... Okay. Yeah, I've got to practice my greenskins. My god. Alright, you're level 10 now. Dodgy Geezer. You can't trust him. He's a bit a little bit you know? Well, dodgy. Still don't want Foe Seeker yet. Start giving me Deadly Blade. We need to make it so Azhag can, like, beat people up. Alright, so he retreated and is recovering. If I attack, I might be able to beat him. Does Carrick Drawn have a... What happens if I do this? Oh yeah, we can win this. Lost some biggins, but that's an acceptable loss. Hopefully that's not going to trigger... I may have triggered something I didn't want to. Wait, that didn't count, did it? Chapter objectives. 2 different settlements. Okay, good. Because I've still got a... Oh, dang it. Loot, raise, or sack 2 different settlements. 2 different settlements. Dang it, I should have sacked it. Because now that last objective is impossible. Okay, we leveled up again. Get on with it. Azhag has no tolerance for infighting. When he issues an order, the boys must get on with it or pay with a particularly grisly death. I'll take that. It gives them an active ability in combat. And the Crown of Command, I do not like as much as... actually, with greenskins, I guess I prefer the Crown of Command. Yeah, that's pretty nice. Gambler's Armor is infinitely better than Shield of Ptolos. And I will gladly take the Dawnstone, which gives me physical resistance. Whole Idol Carva. I'm going to take that because I can. Harsh but fair, mainly harsh. -1 obedience in all provinces. Great. Thanks, Azhag. Way to make life difficult for me, you jerk. The good news is, though, since we took it, it's in relatively good shape. What do I want? Do I want money? I think I want money. Let's go ahead and upgrade Character on to level 3. And then I'm going to stay and defend it for a bit. Oh, I can issue a commandment from Death Pass. Yay! We have really shitty public order here. Make it a little bit better, but not much. And then you need to keep recruiting units. Some goblins. I can recruit up to 5? Jeez. Actually, before you do that, go into Iron Rock. Yeah, that'll help with our public order a bit. And those are 80 each. And then give me some more boys. With 2 armies, we should start to do a little better, because we can, like, get to raiding. Because raiding is how you get monies. Red Fangs are dead. Oh, I have a WAAAGH. I wish I could take my WAAAGH into the frickin'... What's it called? Alright, let's actually go march on the dwarf lands. I mean, if I'm gonna wall, I might as well enjoy it. Can I rain stance? Nope. Okay, I'm gonna chill on my own lands. My WAAAGH. Why don't y'all go for Mount Squeakcord? I will meet you there. Let's go mess the dwarves up. Okay, so we got our better stickers. So now let's get our beasts of burden, which are docile or boars, so we can have some better ammunition, which I need to learn to use better. I'm gonna go ahead and start heading these guys towards Karaz, so we can raid. Gosh, I feel like I've started 30 different topics this episode, and I keep forgetting what they are because I keep because I get distracted and I have the memory of a goldfish. Oh, Ungrim's here? Ugh.
Begone.
I don't want to deal with Ungrim. Go here and... And while you're in raiding camp, you can hire more guys, like Orgare boys. And more Orc boys. Okay, only 3 slots? Alright. Finish the Goblin Watchtower and Carrick Drawn. Ooh, okay, so maybe not that many boys. Yeah, oh, wait. Oh, dang it, it's not.
I'm special.
Alright, fine. Okay, we have Mount Squeakhorn. Yeah, he's underweighing over there. That's fine. I will join him. But, so yeah, the takeaway, as we're over an hour now, I think, but I'm gonna go for a little bit longer today. The big takeaway is Wood Elves and Beastmen are probably coming sooner rather than later. I have also heard that it is very strongly suggested that Skaven are planned for this game. Obviously that is not confirmed, that is a rumor. All of these are rumors. Please don't like go out and be like, Sotek said fucking because that's just not the case. Do I want to take this and start like running on him, or do I just want to be a jerk and sack it? I kind of think I want to occupy it. Decisions. Yeah, screw it. Let's occupy it. I'm gonna head towards Karak. Might as well, right? Pile of shiny stuff and Musta Fields. And then we march towards the Pillars of Grungni. I mean, if I can take Karak, I will. Because the earlier we gimp the dwarves, the better. Wait. I need to look at something on my map when it comes back around. Because it looks like it looks like the stuff bar might be coming south.
Your prestige grows, my lord. News of your conquest spreads far and wide. Your developing power is noted by even the most distant of kings and bestial lords.
Neat. Alright, so we can finish upgrading Carrick Drawn. Because at the end of the day, I want my home area to be like super tough. I'd really want a Troll Cave. Really, really, really want a Troll Cave. So we're going to save up for that. Because Troll Caves are awesome. Because trolls are awesome. And who doesn't love trolls? More money. And I will march onto the Pillars of Grungni. I will take that super easily. And I think we'll come back for this one. Like I think we should sack it. Go take Karak. And if we successfully take that, then I can just come back and you know what? I kind of want the unit replenishment though. We barely lost any guy. God, that's so much money, though. Screw it. Second. That's the proper... Ooh, Talisman of Endurance? That was worth it. Okay, so now that I'm getting better at fighting, let's go ahead and get Foe Seeker. I really wish I could take my WAAAGH army with me. It's that stupid thing. Oh, yeah, he'll take it again? Alright, whatever. I'm going to go ahead and march for Karak. I'm actually going to tell him to come with me. But that gave me so much money, which is fantastic because I can build a troll cave. Wait, what's that? What's that last thing do? Goblin sawmills. Goblins being consummate tinkers have figured out a great big saw is a way to cut up wood and your mates. Recruitment costs cheaper for all spears, archers, and chariots. Also, oh God, that's really tempting. Wow. That would make all my archer units cheaper and better. Also would make chariots better, but I don't have chariots unlocked yet. And I can't have that if I go to WAAAGH, because the WAAAGH building browser, yep, doesn't have that available. Well, dang, I guess we're going to do that then, because that's really good. Oh, trolls will have to wait. Let's go upgrade that. Alright. Yeah, since I wasted y'all's time with getting my ass kicked in Todd Time, we'll go a little later. Yeah, other rumors that I've heard pretty significant. The data mine, so you can call it a leak. Where's my teeth? One of your most trusted bosses has come back from a raid empty-handed, so he says, but he's wearing a right nifty helmet. It's all shiny. Where you get all that polish, or all that dosh to polish that helmet? Demand teeth. You want your teeth as is your rightest boss. If you don't give you some, then punch him in the mouth and take his teeth instead. Or ain't worth worrying about. Well, he's a good and if he did nick some loot, then what's a few teeth between mates? Now if he does it again, then so I either lose fightiness and gain leadership, or I lose leadership. I would rather lose fightiness. Okay, and this guy is level 2, so we'll upgrade sneaky stabbing. Alright, and he's going after Kairos Akarak with me. So I'm going to lay siege to it. I need a battering ram and at least 2 siege towers, probably 3. Alright, and we will tell him to just hurry the fuck up. Get over here. Alright. So that place is under control. We're making good income. We've got a pretty good amount of money. And we messed up the Pillars of Grungni to slow them down a bit. Alright. And our little boss here is almost home. But some other things they found in that data mine, like I said, I need to like make a list of things I want to talk about while I'm playing and keep it next to me so that I don't get so distracted. The bosses are not happy. Rebellion is in the air. One of your bosses is heard slagging you off over his grog. A few are getting their heads together and muttering. You need to assert your dominance sooner rather than later. Rebellion and Carrick drawn? I didn't... What? So this place rebelled early? What the fuck? Hey, Muggs, could you go deal with this for me? Because they're gonna take that almost no problem. Well, maybe a little problem. I'm not leaving Kairos Akarak though. That's too good of a steal to leave alone. I'll leave it up to you to deal with that. You. Ah, I have a job for you. There's Thorgrim and Ungrim. I want you to go deal with them. Alright, so we've got our WAAAGH here, so basically we just need to wait until we have enough firepower to take them out.
Have you dead? All you want.
What do you want? He's declaring war on us, okay. Alright, so we need to hurry up and take Kairos Akarak. That's what I'm hearing. Military access is fine. Crooked Moon have been obliterated. Okay, that's why they declared war on us, because Crooked Moon's dead. Underway. Put yourself between him and Carrick-Dron, please. Thank you. Alright, Carrick-Dron can so I've got walls on all my settlements now. How we doing over here? Pretty well. See, we don't have siege towers, but... Oh no, we do have some siege towers. But it's super far in our favor. So we have that. Alright, so this is what we'll end with. We'll end with the Siege of Kairos Akarak. I'm probably going to take horrendous casualties, but I don't care. Azhag actually must be pretty low level, because he doesn't really have any of the super units. I mean, he's got a good-sized garrison, but it's definitely not what I'm used to having when I play dwarves. Let's see. I've got like 4,000 orcs to take this place out with. I actually really wish the wall stayed under allied control and wasn't given over to your army. I actually really dislike that. Orc boys? No. We're putting biggins in the towers. Boys can take the battering ram. Alright, so this is going to be an absolute mess. We've got a little bit of siege. That's predominantly only really going to be useful for assaulting the walls. Doom divers are only good for hitting the guys on the walls. And maybe people behind it, so we want to make sure that he's got really solid range. So that even when we're past the door, he can keep hitting people. Rock lavas, they're okay in the siege, I guess. We'll put them just kind of over here. I got so many guys. Okay, so first things first. We need our groups split up via tower to surge up behind it. Let's see, do I have melee? Okay, no, so those are our two tower groups, though they will go in through the gate if we get it open beforehand. Obviously, we need to make our two groups of archers, which are... well, I guess we'll split these up a little bit, because they've got a lot more goblin archers than orc archers. So we'll put these guys together to just try and wreck the walls, or the guys on the walls. And then night goblins. And we're going to win just due to sheer numbers. Which I guess is how greenskins are supposed to greenskin, but it's still kind of weird. These guys, I have no problem setting up the goblins to climb the wall. I mean, at the end of the day, they're expendable. Wolf Riders, we're going to hold in reserve to come through the gate when it's time. And then my bosses, we'll send that boss up on that tower. Azhag will go up on that tower. Alright, and we'll start. Let's get this party started. Alright, so first things first, we're going to tell the archer units to run up to the wall so we can start shooting people. And we're also going to tell our melee units to follow the towers. I'm probably not going to get towers. Well, in that case, I didn't take into account the fact that my towers were going to get owned. I should have deployed them on the same side so the towers would have had minimal impact. Doom divers, shoot the guys on the walls. Shoot the guys on the walls. Okay. Yep, we're not going to need any siege towers. Alright. This one might make it. No, definitely not going to make it. Well then, we'll do this the old-fashioned way. Perhaps the more orc-appropriate way. Well, you heard him, lads. We will climb the wall then. We'll leave some ground units down. We do have our archers though, which is nice, so that we can assault the units on the walls. Let's get these guys on the hammers. Azhag, and you both up here. Let's see, these units we will use for the gate. Alright, so we've got our guys coming up the walls. Probably more orcs than they can stop. What are you doing? Get going. the door. And I've got both my generals up here to make sure my guys hold the stupid line. And archers are melting these guys. Doom divers, find somebody to shoot. I don't care who it is. Shoot those guys. Rock lobbers, y'all too. Alright, and I've got the Crown of Command ready to go if I need to tell a unit to get their shit together. Alright, my guys are slowly gaining purchase on the walls. And go the Doom Divers, which are freaking heat-seeking. I say that, and they both miss. Alright, so we're on the... Okay, the gate's almost down, which is pretty nice. So, definitely going to send in our commanders to the gate. Smash it open! Alright. Charge! I'm going to send Azhag and Morglum through as well. See, Azhag's going to want to climb around. I'm going to have to tell him to go to the gate. Archers, focus down the coilers. Archers. Alright, so a lot of our units are coming through. We're winning the war on the walls slowly. There's Azhag. Yeah, he's in the fight. Oh, get on with it is a passive ability? Huh. Who would have thought? Alright, I'm going to have my rock lobbers return fire at their rock lobbas, because I can. Oh, he's got guys in the street. We'll do that. Oh, man, I forgot all my goblins. Get over here, you goofs. Wolf Riders, the gate is open, so come on in. Alright, and we're still clearing out the entrance. Arrow boys! Arrow boys. Guys, come to the gate. In come the wolves, which hopefully are going to have a get on with it bonus to their charge. Nope. Too far away, I guess. Slamming bells. Oh, those are great weapon coilers. This will be interesting. Alright, we've almost wiped out their general, which will put things in our favor. Those are great weapon coilers as well. They might actually win that tussle. Alright, the goblins are all clambering up the walls. Y'all focus your efforts on these thunders. Hair boys, focus the longbeards. Wolf riders, please come inside. The walls have pretty much fallen, which is good for us. You guys in range yet? What are you even firing at? Fire at those guys. Okay. Let's move the arrow boys inside. I really wish they would. I would draw a path forward and come through the gate. Through the gate. Thank you. Alright, we've broken all the guys fighting in the courtyard. So now we march for the center. my god, these guys still haven't broken. There they go. Army of wolves. That is a lot of guns. Alright, we pretty much run the walls. Send these units for the square as well. The units on the walls are broken. So basically now we send the horde in for the kill. It's fun to watch this many greenskins flood into a hold. Oh, I didn't even know Morglum was on a boar. Alright, you first few groups. Actually, I have a job for you, Morglum. Azhag's actually going to lead the charge. Send him to deal with those grudge throwers. Alright, reinforcements are coming. Oh, okay, he's mass breaking. Yay, victory! At least it wasn't Pyrrhic this time. Oh, goodness. I got distracted again, didn't I? I wonder if someone should count how many times I said that in this video and mock me. Because I deserve to be mocked at this point. But hey, the dwarf capital is ours. Which is fantastic. Occupy, yes please. The dwarf capital is mine. Azhag's Ard armor is also available for us to go try and capture, which will be fantastic. Thick-skinned, armor +6. Yes, please, God. Alright. Last thing really to do is, real quick, I'll take the Pillars of Grungni just so we have them. So we'll do one more turn and then call it. Does that sound reasonable? Why don't you block Thorgrim's army? Failure! Ugh. Stupid goblin. Oh, we got Beast of Burden, so now I can get Fasta Wolves. Boar breeding. Spectator. It's more than just a spectator sport. Ugh. The looming presence of a gnarled and muscular orc among the goblin mobs helps keep discipline and the goblins focused on what matters. Yeah, let's get big and bullies. Which are actually Union Tabletop, which is fantastic. Got the WAAAGH on the stunties achievement for taking Karazakarak, which is awesome. Yeah, I think the dwarves... Oh, what do we got here? Azhag's armor is alright. It's got spikes into right places, the odd skull here and there, and is decorated with the crusted blood of countless broken enemies. But it's missing something, and Azhag can't quite put his finger on what it is. He summons his shamans to demand answers. Do I summon an orc shaman for questioning, or a night goblin shaman for questioning? Well, obviously we summon an orc. Actually, I don't trust those twisty gobbos. Let's see. Have one orc shaman unit in the following order. Oh, okay, so I have to actually get an orc shaman. Dang it, I should have gone with goblin shaman, because I have a goblin shaman. Being, mugs. I wonder what I would have had to do instead. Oh my god, are you serious? Ugh. Alright, retreat. Just go hide in Carrick Drawn until reinforcements arrive. Get Garsnag over this way. Alright. I'm gonna go take the Pillars of Grungni real quick. They belong to me now. Occupy. Alright, and the Silver Road belongs to us. Yeah, we need... wait, no. Not an idols. Is there anything that, like, increases obedience? Oh, yeah, the boss tent. Dang. Okay, so... yeah, I kind of want the catch. Ooh, look at that. We've got the shiny pit. In this cave, the boys often discover shiny rocks that may be worth a few teeth for the boss. Some pits are for throwing useless gobbles down, others have gold and other shiny stuff in them. Send in sniffer squigs. Sniffer squigs are awesome. If you've never read Skarsnik, so there's a book called Skarsnik, which is obviously about him. There's quite a bit of stuff on sniffer squigs, and it's fantastic. I think that's actually how he meets Gobla, if I remember right. Oh, dang. We already have a thing here. Well, that's kind of annoying. Alright. Okay. I think that's enough for today. It's almost an hour and a half. So, thanks for watching. So, we'll talk more about the rumors as stuff comes out. Now that I'm wrapping up and I'm thinking about it, I'll just say, so Wood Elves and Beastmen were in there. And there's a lot of information on them as far as like having a really long list of sub-factions for both of them. According to that release, Beastmen were supposed to come first, followed by Wood Elves. Obviously, this isn't necessarily the case anymore. The other factions that were supposedly planned for the first game were Skaven, and there were rumors about a few others, but I think there was some confusion about which game they belonged in. There was footage, or there was stuff that suggested that one of the games, as I predicted, would focus on Lizardmen, High Elves, Dark Elves, and Demons as the main bad guys for that game, which I think was the third game, maybe the second, the third or second. The other one was supposed to be, as I predicted, Tomb Kings, Chaos Dwarves, Ogre Kingdoms, and somebody else. But a lot of stuff's up in the air right now. Obviously, CA is trying to whack everybody off and trying to get everyone to stop speculating about it, but that's no fun. So tell me what you guys think. If you're excited for the possibility of Beastmen and Wood Elves, who do you want to see as Legendary Lords, all that stuff. We'll be back next time. I'm going to go turn off the Ultra setting so that I'm not getting my ass handed to me as often. So, thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you next time. Bye.